One of the best adjustments we can make right now is look at the different time frames that we are trading and ask ourselves, what kind of time horizon does this allow me to take advantage of? Not a lot of people want to day trade. I get that. Day trading is awesome for some, but it's not some people's cup of tea, and that's cool. What is day trading? Short-term time frame, maybe a 2-minute, maybe a 5-minute, and you're only going to be in that trade for this session, right? For one day, hence the day trading. But what if you want to take advantage of moves that could last overnight? What if you want to take advantage of moves that might go 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 days, but not much more than that? This is where the 1 hour has been working really, really well for us. So I touched on the 1 hour in the previous update, and you can check that out from Tuesday. We talked about this trade here. This is GLD, right? This is another alternative to this would be GC. Now, why am I talking about GLD? Well, the moment we're taking something overnight, the initial margin will go up, meaning the money that we need in our account to control that contract will be greater. So for some traders, GC is a contract to watch, but not necessarily a contract to trade. That leads us to the MGC, that's the micro gold, or GLD calls. We did the same thing today. Now, once again, 1 hour chart, find a zone that we can identify as support and look for that support zone to support price, right? What is support? It's buyers. What are buyers? Their demand, and send price higher. That's exactly what we've done. And once again here, we did another setup very similar to that. And let me show it to you on GC, all right? Same idea. This is what we're talking about. Now, why would I recommend GC? Take a look, gang. A lot more opportunity. Okay, Rag. So you're telling me I should look at GC to trade GLD? 1,000%, right? So even if you're not going to trade the futures, we need to be fluent in those futures contracts. So here is yet another. So 4 different entries on GC. You notice there was only 2 on GLD. So yeah, there you go. Watch GC to trade GLD. And I think a lot of traders are hesitant to take things overnight because they don't know how to control risk. That's why I started off with showing you how easy it would be to just simply take calls in GLD. How much? Usually under $350 per call option. So very affordable, sometimes even less than that. What's another example? This is not just about GC, but we're doing this in other markets. The whole idea is to be able to find those opportunities at the 1 hour levels. So I'm looking at the 1 hour levels in bonds. We're not quite there yet, but notice if you're waiting for an opportunity at a particular level, if that level is already plotted and waiting for you, think of it this way. I can just place an alert. So as we get closer to it, this would be puts in bonds, this would be calls in bonds. So think about how can you utilize alerts at these levels. That's another cool thing to be able to do. I'm looking at this also for 6E. So the same symbols that we've been talking about for the past couple of weeks to be bullish in, long the euro, long gold, long bonds, we can do this on the 1 hour chart as well. All right, so where would the 1 hour chart then take us eventually? And this is where it gets pretty exciting. Now we've got choice, and now we can start looking at what point is this going to be actionable for the NASDAQ. Well, this was our big trade here, gang. This was the big trade that we put on yesterday. Sunk into the range. Same idea as gold, right? NQ could lead to QQQ, QQQ calls, and that's exactly what we're still in. How many days might this last? Well, here was 1 day, 2 days. A lot of traders are going to take this into the 3rd day. I can't do this with a 5-minute chart. We can't do this when we're quote unquote day trading and we're not getting the clarity that we need on the daily time frames. The daily time frames are really, really challenging right now. So let me show you what the daily looks like. There we go. Here's what the daily looks like. Where's my opportunity? It's kind of choppy. It's kind of moving higher. Look how clearly the 1 hour gives us the opportunity to enter. And now, heck, we might be in this for more than 3 days, but we can always manage this a little bit more aggressively and be far more nimble. And that is the name of the game, gang. Recognize the terrain, make the adjustments on the time frame, and then find those zones that are consistent support and resistance. Another thing to mention before I leave you for this update, I know a lot of you know that we have our webinar coming up on the 15th. So these setups are grabbing your attention. I'm going to talk about everything that we can use to get this level of clarity, whether to be bullish, whether to be bearish, whether to trend follow, whether to take advantage of overbought, oversold conditions. It sounds really intimidating until you can systemize it. And that's going to be the conversation that we're going to have on the 15th, the TOPS system. This DPMR is but a piece of it. I'll see you in the next update. Hey traders, Raghee from Simpler Trading. Thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to leave a like and a comment below. And remember, subscribe and click the bell icon so you'll get notified of the next update. And when you're ready to join me for live trading, be sure to head on over to simplertrading.com. I'll see you in the next update.